Hits 105.5. That was the Spice Girls with Wannabe. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everybody is having a thrilling Thursday morning. In the studio with me, I have Cole from Anytime Fitness, and we're going to ask the trainer. Good morning, Cole.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Another day. Kind of gloomy out, but that's fine.
It is.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, one thing, when it's gloomy outside, because, it's springtime, and people want to get out and about, you can always go to Anytime Fitness.
You can always go to the gym. That's right, and you should.
Yes. And some of the, let us know some of the benefits of working out when you just don't feel like it, but what do you do? We've talked about this before, but yeah.
Oh, man, I had one of those days yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't in a great mood. Oh. Yeah, it happens. Everything happens. Life happens. When you're not in a good mood, working out's usually the last thing that you want to do. But it's important to do it anyways. Why? Because first and foremost, right, discipline will always trump motivation, right? We've talked about that a lot. Discipline always trumps motivation. Discipline has to kick in when motivation wanes, right? So, that's the first point. Secondly, you're always going to feel better after you exercise. Exercise is the miracle drug. Your body releases all of those wonderful endorphins and all those awesome, feel good drugs inside of your brain, and you feel accomplished. Your outlook typically tends to get better, right? I can't blanket statement across the board because some folks have some serious mental issues that probably require further medication or things like that. But for 99% of people, you're almost always going to feel better after you exercise. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Nothing improves your mood better. Well, maybe not. Maybe there are some things that might improve your mood a little bit more than exercise. But exercise is great, especially on a gloomy day, especially when things aren't going the way that you want them to. You can at least go into the gym. You can get a good sweat on. You can basically kind of accomplish that little task. It's that making your bed at the beginning of the day kind of thing. You start checking those boxes of your to-do list. And one of those things on your to-do list should be to exercise.
Yeah.
Right? So benefits are, innumerable.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
Well, and one of the things, I was talking to my daughter the other day, and she said, "Oh, the gym is so intimidating." I'm like, "Why is it intimidating?" She's like, "I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, well, first of all, put your tennis shoes on."
Yep.
Start with that.
Yep. How do you eat an elephant? You do it one bite at a time.
Yeah, and like what I love about Anytime Fitness, if I don't know what I'm going to hit that day, you guys will have a board, and I have like multiple screenshots of the different exercises.
Yeah.
And one of the things, I've been working out with Isaac, and on Mondays, and like we're going because I have a shoulder, my shoulder hurts. And so he's just really, we're taking it slow. And that's one thing on Mondays, and it has improved my whole week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my whole week. And even, working out on yesterday, I didn't have any trouble.
Yeah. It's funny. I was talking to Tyler the other day, and one of the things that he said, and I thought this was funny and wise in some ways, he said, folks start exercising, right, and then their body starts to hurt, right? Their joints maybe start to hurt a little bit. Maybe they've realized that they've got some shoulder issues that they didn't know that they had. And they always blame the exercise. But it's not the exercise. It's not the fault of the exercise. The exercise, if anything, is showing you that actually your body's in pretty bad shape, right? Because I get that a lot. People are like, "Oh, well, now I've got an ache and a pain and this and that." And it's like, it's very possible that you just push yourself a little too hard. But usually what it is just you didn't know that your body had the problems that it has until you actually started using it as it was intended to be used, right? So that's good advice for anybody. If exercise starts to hurt a little bit, it's probably not the exercise's fault, but in the same breath, talk to a trainer, talk to somebody who's knowledgeable, okay? somebody who can navigate these issues, because the right answer for when your body starts to hurt while you're exercising is not, well, I'm just going to go at it even harder. The right answer is talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, and they can help you go through, some sort of I don't want to say full-blown therapy, because we're not physical therapists, although physical therapy really is just light personal training at the end of the day, right? Guided by a guy who, has a degree in all of this stuff, which we have degrees at the gym as well. But the point is, talk to somebody who actually knows what they're doing so that they can help you with the rehabilitation of that area. We can give you exercises that you can do. We can correct your form to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for even further injuries. And then what happens is, inevitably, Lord willing, that area will be strengthened. Your muscles will have a tighter anchor to your joints and your bones, which means that you're not going to have as much wibbly wobbly and wiggle room, and everything's going to feel tighter, and it's the pain essentially hopefully will go away or be significantly mitigated, like what you said, right? I get that a lot. We get bad knees, we get bad shoulders, we get bad elbows and ankles and everything, right? Best thing that you can do, work that area of the body, okay? 100% always, you know, for the most part, caveat, asterisk, unless you have like a really serious or significant issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, exercise isn't probably going to help. I mean, it will help arthritis, but if you push it too hard, then it won't help arthritis, right? But typical joint pain is not arthritis. It's usually just, it's not being used enough. You have weak ligaments, you have weak tendons, your muscles are atrophied because you're not using those body parts. So, yes, exercise, again, reiterating, miracle drug. You guys should be doing it.
Well, and the one thing that I do with, like, we'll do a workout, I'll lift something, and then we'll stretch. And no one warned him. Well, I've known Isaac since he was in kindergarten because I was his lunch lady. However, I do make faces, and like, he doesn't know how to interpret my faces. The stretches hurt worse than lifting the weights, but it was something I needed to do, and they were great. Let me tell you, I was like, because usually by Wednesday of a week, I mean, I could barely move my shoulder. Now it's just so much better. I've taken the time to stretch is not my thing, but now I'm.
It gets more important. Yeah, it gets more important as you continue on in life, right? You need to make sure that you're staying limber. You're not letting things get too tight, because then that could lead to problems in the future. Now, is he doing the stretches before or after your exercise?
So we'll do a couple rounds, and then we'll go and stretch that out, and then we'll go do another set.
Absolutely.
And then at the end, like, I'm not a yoga person. I'm not, but I am now looking forward to taking that little roller thing and, okay, get it on your, roll that out, and you can feel the knots, and it's been, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah,
the recovery stuff after your workout helps mitigate soreness a lot.
Yep.
And then stretching, actually, a lot of folks say stretch before your exercise. There are some stretches that you can do that are good for before exercise, but I was literally just talking to a client about this yesterday. One of the best ways that you can warm up your body is by doing the exercises, but doing them with lighter weights, more reps. You let your body kind of go through the full range of motion, slow and controlled, so that you're getting a good stretch at the bottom of your rep and a good squeeze at the top of your rep. That's going to warm your body up a lot better. And then once your body is warmed up, your muscles are warmed up, then go stretch, right? I hate cold stretching. I usually do not stretch cold. I always want to warm up before I do my stretches, which is exactly what Isaac is doing with you. And then post-workout recovery, working with the foam rollers and stuff like that. And real last thing, all of this sounds very intimidating.
It's
and
not.
It's really not.
No, if I can't, anyone can.
I mean, for Pete's sake, almost all of us had to take gym class, right? We all remember doing stretches.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it back then. I can now, finally, at this age.
I mean, we all know how to stretch our legs and our triceps. We all did the butterflies on the floor and stuff. You know what I mean? To stretch your adductors. Like, This is not rocket science, and everybody's
Let's do
done this at some point.
calisthenics. I always hated that, but I'm good with it now for 5 minutes because I have ADHD. I can't do it. But
that doesn't sound fun to me. I'd rather just lift.
Yeah, I as well. Well, yeah, and everything is going pretty good. So I'm enjoying my Mondays.
You're a rock
workout.
star. You're crushing it.
Well, even if I have 20 minutes, like if I have an appointment at a certain time, I will take time to go 20 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm getting all the exercise that I've got done. I get it all done, but I do have to remember I can't rush through it. I do have to do the stretch. I get reminded of that.
You got to do your thing. Yeah, cardio is great too. Cardio is great for warming up as well.
Well, thank you so much, Cole. That was Cole from Anytime Fitness here in Sydney. Let everyone know where it's at, Cole.
We are in the Kroger Plaza, 2016 Michigan Street. We're right by Cashland, and I can see Chase Bank from my parking lot.
You sure can.
Yeah.
All right, and you're open 24/7.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I see new faces all the time, so I'm enjoying it.
Well, we're enjoying having new people in, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by this morning, Cole.
Thanks.
Right, coming up next, we're going to take a short break and look at our local weather. It's Hits 105.5.